Before I start this commentary, I would just like to say that I have not been paid by Microsoft to talk highly of the Xbox One, and I have not been paid by Sony to talk poorly of the Xbox One. This is my 100% honest opinion about the Xbox One console and its features. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is the Xbox One controller. Now, a lot of people would argue that the Xbox One controller is almost identical to the Xbox 360 controller, which I don't find to be a bad thing at all. I figure the Xbox 360 controller was simplistic, it was good, the design was good, it worked, it did not need to be fixed, so they didn't fix it. They did change a few things, and I'm going to talk about them. The first thing that they changed was the bumpers. I'm actually going to grab my Xbox One controller, look at it. The bumpers are a little bit higher up on the controller, and at times it makes it hard to touch them, click them, I guess would be the word, and it's a bit annoying, but they're okay. The triggers are kind of like one with the bumpers as well, which is annoying. They're not just triggers anymore, they're kind of big buttons, really. It makes it easy to press them, which is a good and bad thing. So another thing is the start and select buttons are now a lot smaller, and instead of arrows they are just small circular buttons, which at times makes it extremely hard to press them. I feel I have to put a lot of pressure on them for the Xbox One console to recognize that I'm pressing it, and in situations where I don't need to be pressing them, it seems like they're extremely easy to be pressed, which of course is annoying. Another thing that they've changed is the analog sticks. They are a lot smaller now, and they are, I think the word is concave, like they have an indent in them, which I don't know why everybody has complained about these analog sticks. Personally, I kind of like them. It gives me a little bit more control, and I don't know, I thought the analog sticks were a little bit too big on the Xbox 360 controller, so for me they work, and I'm doing fine with them. The last thing that they've changed is the battery pack, which I think this is excellent. The battery pack isn't just some big gaudy thing hanging off the back. They've actually created like a slot into the controller to place your batteries, so it just feels more lightweight actually, and you know, you can put your hands all the way across the back of the controller without that battery pack just being in your way and being annoying. So that's the controller. Next we'll talk about the design of the Xbox itself. It's pretty self-explanatory actually. It's just a box. It's just an Xbox. It's kind of big actually as compared to the Xbox 360, which is annoying. It takes up quite a bit of space. Personally, I didn't have very much room for it. I didn't expect it to be this big actually. I knew it was big, but just trust me when I say that it's pretty big. There's a big fan on the top of the Xbox console, which is great. It gives a lot of ventilation into the Xbox console, so it doesn't overheat. That's pretty much it. I don't like the touchscreen, not touchscreen, but the touch power button and just tray button. Those are just really annoying for me. I find myself accidentally hitting them a lot and just turning on my console when I don't want to, opening my disc tray in the middle of a game, or just something annoying. Another thing is the power brick. Power brick is I'd say a little bit bigger than the Xbox 360 power brick, which is annoying. Again, I don't have the space for it, but I understand it needs a lot of power. It is a powerful machine, so that is a-okay. Next, we'll talk about the Kinect. Personally, I don't use my Kinect. I have it unplugged, just stored away. I think some of the features with it are cool, but unnecessary. I don't want the voice commands, especially when I've only used the Kinect for maybe an hour, and I've already, just in a random conversation, my Xbox will start listening and just do features that I don't want it to do. And while it is cool, it's annoying as well. I do like the ability to scan the codes instead of having to put in the 25-digit code, but unfortunately I couldn't get it to work. I don't know if I'm just stupid or what, but personally it just didn't work for me. So the Kinect for me is just not something that I'm interested in or would use. Next, we will talk about the actual features, like the dashboard, the friends list, etc. The dashboard is a very, very nice display. It's very nice to look at. You can customize the colors. You can, do all that stuff, which is great, but it's a little bit over the top and unnecessary. I think that the Xbox 360 was simple, was good, it worked. It didn't really need changing, and that's why I don't know why they changed it. I understand that it's a new console, you have to bring new things, but pretty much for me, the Xbox 360 was perfect. It just needed better graphics. That's pretty much it. Just needed better graphics. But another thing, I dislike that there's not a friends list that you can view. You can view the activity of your friends, what they've been doing, when they were last online, etc. But there's not an actual friends list, and you have to go into your actual friend section, I guess, instead of there being like an Xbox guide, and just, it's really annoying to navigate to get to everything, and it's just extremely annoying. I dislike how there's not a notification for when your friends come online. I understand that a lot of people didn't like this feature, that it would just come up during their videos, during clips that they were hitting, etc., and they didn't want that. But for a person like me, I like to see when my friends are online, so I can say, hey, my friend is online, I can now invite him, I see that you're online, I didn't miss that you got online, anything like that. So that's annoying as well. But lastly, I would just talk about the graphics. Personally, I think that the graphics are a big step up. I've only played a few games of the on the Xbox One console, and each game has looked just beautiful in my opinion. I don't know why people have said that they're not good. I think that they're great. They're definitely a step up. Even the dashboard is a lot more beautiful. And that's pretty much it. I've pretty much run out of time on this one. If you guys want me to do a part 2, because there's still a lot of things that I can cover, please let me know. I hope that this was helpful for you to decide whether or not you want to buy an Xbox console. I do think it's a great console, and I would recommend you buying it, especially with all of the A+ games that are coming out, like Titanfall, Destiny, stuff like that. So, yeah. This gameplay, by the way, is on the Xbox One console. I'm weapon switching with the VKS and the MTAR, so I hope it was enjoyable. And that's pretty much it. That's all the time I have for now. I thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful, like I said, and I'll speak to you guys in the next one.